What's up? What's up? What's cracking? It's the People's Champion of Building. Now, I'm making this video because a lot of you guys out there is constantly requesting me to give a bit of advice on how to start a business. Well, for one, let's keep this in mind. I didn't go to business school. I didn't go to school to get no business degree and all of that. Because I believe in this whole thing. The teacher teaching me business, how to run my own business, but yet they don't have their own business. So that's why I've always been a self-taught individual, because I feel like if I want to know how to make my body look a certain way, I'm going to ask somebody who have a physique that's similar to mine. So pick their brain, see if I can get enough information on what they're doing. And right along with doing business. I'm not fit to go to no school of a teacher that's going home to an apartment, probably taking Uber, taxi, Lyft, or might have a regular vehicle to go off to this college to teach a person how to start a business, how to run a business, how to operate a business. I just think that's just plain out crazy. That's me. I'm not saying for you guys that's going to school for business to don't do it, because we still need people like you to do the bookkeeping for people like me that's willing to take that chance to start something from the ground up. You know, so with that being said, the only advice I can give is from what I've been learning with what I'm doing right now. I can't really tell y'all the format on how to go, because in business, it's not really no format. Once you know the basics, you get your foundation. Once you got your foundation, then you build on it. Now, how I went about it, this is what Mack Truck did. This was last year. Matter of fact, it was December 2016. I wanted to come out with an apparel line, and one of my cousins at the time, I was trying to get him. First, I wanted to come out with supplements, and I was trying to get him to invest in me, because he had a little money, and I stopped everything I was doing for bodybuilding, which was crazy. So he had the cash flow to where he could have made all of this possible. But if it ain't the next person's dream, they don't see the vision in it. If they don't believe in you and believe in your drive, they damn sure ain't gonna invest in you. You know what I'm saying? So me thinking, since we together all the time, and he see how I can pretty much like turn nothing into something all the time, like he just didn't want to take that gamble. So what I did was I just started, grinding, hustling and shit. Everything that I could get my hands on, I was just trying to flip it, whether with my vehicles or not. I just try to make it work. And what I did is I decided to come out with the shirts. And before I came out with it, I was hollering at Sonic at the gym, and I was telling him, like, man, I'm trying to give me a company. I'm trying to get a apparel line and supplements out. I said, but I know I can't afford to put everything out there at once, because I'm not buzzing like that. And he was like, and at that time I didn't even know Sonic had his own company and business with doing apparel and all this shit, embroidery, print, silk screen. I didn't know that he had this shit. I was just, in the gym training and just fitting into one of my homeboys. And he told me, he was like, oh, that's an easy fix. We could do that. So I hustled up on, what was it, like $600 and something odd dollars to get 100 shirts printed. Out the gate, I got 100 shirts printed. Now, y'all that got my merchandise, y'all know that I use really high quality materials. My materials is real good quality. I don't use the thick cotton shit, like hard, stiff, like I don't use that type of stuff. So that was another thing. In order to get good material, you're going to spend more. I knew out the gate I had to come up with the idea, come up with the logo, and then put it into effect. Because, you know, once I came up with the logo, I gave it to him. He made me a sample shirt. He brought different materials for me to pick from. I chose the one that got good washability and plus less shrinkage, does not shrink and all of that shit. So I went with that. And the 100 shirts I got printed, it was before the LA Fit Expo 2017, before all that bullshit went on. Now, what I was doing, I was just pretty much going straight through PayPal and selling my shirts pretty much out the trunk. So I was 2 weeks in with 100 shirts. Then right after that, I got 100 more shirts. So once I got the 100 more shirts, I was grinding it, went to the LA Fit Expo, the bullshit happened, and I thought it was gonna hurt business, which it didn't. Business wasn't even started yet. So to everybody that was saying, oh, you did, I talked all that shit, it didn't even affect me at all whatsoever. So I went from 200 shirts, and at this time, people was just looking like, oh, this motherfucker's just selling shirts. So once I went from the 200 shirts, I turned to 200 shirts, and I was hollering at son. I said, man, I want to get a website. Now, when I get this website designed, I want to be able to come out with at least 16 different things. So I got my website designed, and I think for my website, I spent, I think like $750 with it being designed for, and I pay $9.99. I got my website through GoDaddy, but my domain, themactruck.com, is mine. That's mine. So it's not, that's why when y'all go on my website, y'all not going through GoDaddy, y'all going strictly through themactruck.com. So I paid the $750, and that's when I brought out 3 different color baseball tees, like 8 different colors MT t-shirts. I had the t-shirts with the trucks on it. If y'all notice, I don't sell the trucks with the shirts with the trucks on them anymore. I discontinued those. I brought out 3 different color hoodie sweaters, 5 different color hats, and something else. However, I had over like 20 something items, and that's jumping from 200 shirts to 20 something items, 100 units each item, 100 units each item. So I took every penny that I hustled up on, I put it into this. I put it into it, and I just took the gamble. I ain't know, I ain't know where the rest of the money was gonna come from. I just knew that if I could promote myself as hard as possible, and if I could get the same peoples that chose to be down with me, to stay down with me and trust in the drive that I have, that I could make it happen, and I will be able to return the favor and let them take advantage of what I'm building. I've been able to pull that off. So here it is. We had a year. Last year, it was all internet and this and that. This year, we launched in a Fit Expo. We hitting 3 or 4 more expos this year. You see what I'm saying? We'll be in Texas. That's guaranteed. What is that? June 2nd through the 4th, something like that. I don't really remember the dates, but we'll be in Texas. We'll be in Orange County. We'll be San Diego, Vegas. I don't know if I'm thinking about Buffalo. If I'm gonna do the Buffalo one, it just gotta make more sense to me to be mailing so much merchandise over there. My goal is to always break even now. I don't care too much about the profit when I'm doing that, because I like to get to meet the peoples that support me. So as long as I break even, that's good. That's a blessing. So I got the website going, and I use my platform that I built. So those of you that's trying to start a company, the first thing you need to do is create a buzz. Create a buzz. You know, then come up with a good logo that's gonna have you a little separated from the rest. You know, and don't focus with your ideas being so much on fitness. I like that I could wear my stuff anywhere. You know, I'm not focused so much on fitness. You know, you get your logo together and you take your time. Don't worry about doing a website first and all that unnecessary money. And don't depend on no one. Don't think that those around you is obligated to help you, because it's not going to happen. You got to be willing to be self-driven. If you're not self-driven, this ain't for you. It's not, because I'm still at my beginning stages and I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there. So, you know, and it was also good that I was already known by a lot of people who's, you know, in fitness, outside of fitness, because not only fitness people wears my stuff. The majority of the people that's wearing my things are not in fitness, which is a good thing. They real 9-to-5 working people. That's the blessing, because I always say, oh, I'm the people's champ. I like that hard-working regular peoples are the ones out there supporting the movement. You know, just like with my guys, I got them starting off the same way I did, like Cobra Back, Live for the Moment, Stay Ready, Mercenary Fitness. He's actually doing this thing. He got his website going. Lift and Lemon. They're all starting off right with just a few units and building a buzz. And, you know, we all wear each other's stuff. We all support each other movement. So if it's a format, I guess that's what it is. You start off small and you don't discriminate on who's going to get your stuff. You know, now I don't have 3X's on up, because when I first started with that first 100 shirts, I had 3X's, I think 4X's, and I still have them motherfuckers. They don't sell. Like, they sit on my shelf. Because you got to remember, certain people that look certain ways is going to attract those around their weight class. Like, I'm in 2X's, so like I sell a lot of extra large and large. You know, I don't really sell too many 2X. So you got to be kind of smart and don't try to cater to everyone, because you'll really find yourself being in a hole when you try to cater to everyone. I'm not going to go out and buy 3X's in every unit I have, because I'm going to be stuck with them. It's going to be shelf life. Now, the good thing is with merchandise, it don't expire. So you don't have to worry about it going bad. Now, I'm really leaning towards bringing out a amino pre-workout all in one. And I don't know if I want to, I don't know yet on how much stimulants or if I want that shit up in it, because I don't like nothing that make the heart rapid and race too fast. I don't like none of that type of stuff. So I'm going to be leaning towards that. And protein powders, protein shakes, isolated whey protein, stuff that breaks down really fast into the system. So I'm really going to be leaning towards that. I'm just trying to continue crawling before I walk. You know, I don't want to dive in too deep and can't see my way up. So anyway, this video is long enough. I don't want to keep holding y'all up. We will continue the further I go with this career on talking about the phases and the steps that I take. So the first initial thing I did is bought 100 shirts. 2 weeks later, I got 100 more. What is that? 2 months later, I got a website and I brought out 20 units of 100 each unit. So I brought out 2,000. I had 2,000 total units, and I've been able to let the company pay for itself out the gate. The company has been paying for itself, and that's your goal, is to make sure that when you come out, your company pay for itself, because the first 2 to 4 years is going to always be your roughest. And for me, I've been able to let it pay for itself. So I skipped ahead of a lot of heartache. So everybody is not going to be able to pull that off. So like I said, I don't really have the formula. I hope this helped a lot of you guys out there. And I'll be hollering at y'all later. Pow, pow, pow. And to those of you that's new, following me and subscribe, Mack Truck is not promoting gun violence whatsoever. When I do that, that's the symbol, because I always say I'm giving it to you gun barrel straight. That's all that is. It's no gun violence. And as y'all can see, I'm putting my weight on. The boy is getting big. Getting big. I'm putting my weight on. My weight is getting up there. All right. I'm out.